Hey, it's Father Taylor, and it's Thursday, and the sun is shining. November 2nd, the sun is shining. We haven't seen this for a while, so I want to finish this so I can go sit outside and just make sure I get out to be in the sun a little bit today. So here's a few things coming up for your eBlast and coming up for your weekend update. So Saturday, a lot going on Saturday. We are going to be doing some cleaning around the church. There used to be a lot more work, and so we also had a lot more people, but we do need volunteers to come Saturday morning. Kathy Oakes has a whole plan to maximize your time. It's only half day. It's just a half day of work. You'll come in around 9. You'll be out, before lunch. So please, we need to have the more people to come, the less work it is for everybody. So that's Saturday morning. On Sunday, we have a lot going on. We are continuing our series of videos which lead up to Celebration Sunday. Celebration Sunday is what we call the day where we come to church together and we turn in our pledge cards. That is to say, our generous giving for the work and ministry we do. And this year we're highlighting that what we do at church and what we give toward isn't just to keep the building open. We give toward to be a sustaining community around Jesus, where we come and we worship Jesus. People come to know Jesus. And then through discipleship, we empower people to be sent out from the church to join in the work that God is doing in the world. And that takes all kinds of different shapes. It's not everything that God does in the world isn't about necessarily a medical clinic or a Bible study. There's a lot of ways that God puts upon people's hearts creative things to do, which kind of help in our world. And we have got a great video for you this week, which you'll see on Sunday morning. In addition to that, during the announcement time, we have Maggie Breen, who is our regional missioner. So she's from the diocese, but she covers 2 big regions within the way the diocese is set up. And she usually comes out about once every 1 or 2 years to give us a little update on what's happening in our region. You may not be very familiar with what's happening in Brooklyn, Connecticut, or even what's happening at St. Albans. And so she's kind of like got all of that underneath of her territory. So she's would work in a variety of kinds of ways, how churches are combining, how churches get together, how different mission projects going on. So we're going to hear a little bit from her. She's a great person, and I really hope you can hear her during the announcements. Following the announcements, we'll continue with our Breakfast Alpha, and it's more than Breakfast Alpha. You'll remember that our program, the 3 R's, what we're doing is resolve, restart, and refresh, and we're moving our way through parts of the baptismal covenant, which is what we say at baptism. We affirm we'll do these things. We do them again at confirmation. And right now, we have about 25 people who are signed up for December 10th to either be confirmed, received in the Episcopal Church, or to reaffirm their baptismal vows. And so we've been working on all those things, and all of those pieces are available by video if you cannot come after church after the 9:15 service. So we've worked on, what do I really believe? What do we say when we say, I believe, in terms of the Apostles' Creed? Then we've been working on these topics, which is the first question following the creed, is will you continue in the apostles' teaching, the fellowship, the breaking of bread, that was last week, and then this week, and in the prayers. So there'll be a little video about what does it mean in this context when it says, will you continue in the prayers? So we also have, connected to that, some videos to help you do those things. So there's a video on praying the Lord's Prayer. We've recommended that you also use the video on praying the Examen as a different kind of way of praying. And then last week, we added a little video on a way to read the Gospels in a way that you perhaps haven't used before, which helps you really get into the story and to see things that you might not have seen before. So we are putting these things out there as part of the way that we give you the tools of discipleship, include you in the community of disciples and doing these things that we help us to make us aware of and available to the Holy Spirit. And final piece on that is that might be more important today than it was 20 years ago. Because 20 years ago, a lot more people went to church, so they heard these messages and they heard about uh, were deeper connected in opportunities to learn about this through church. You also heard about it through media. Some of us grew up with, even though I didn't go to church, I still remember shows on TV that were about the Bible or about Jesus or about even like Davy and Goliath. You know, there was a way, what I call peripheral learning about Jesus and serving God in the world. And all those are gone. We don't do that anymore. Although, I should confess, that shows like The Chosen and its popularity are showing that there's still tremendous interest in what is it that Jesus was all about. But anyway, there's less peripheral stuff. And so how are you going to hear a message about Jesus if people don't come? You're being sent. And if you say, well, I'm not prepared to do that, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to get you prepared to do that. So anyway, that's Breakfast Alpha. You can catch up on the videos, which are on the website, and have all the videos of everything we've done so far. And you can come this Sunday to participate in what does it mean by the prayers. So that's coming up on Sunday. So a lot this weekend. Final thing about this weekend is Amanda has made up just a straight up sheet of everything that's happening in just the month of November. For instance, Celebration Sunday, November 19th. It's also the Sunday that there's a community-wide, Simsbury-wide Thanksgiving service. We have a service on Thanksgiving Day. We have all these different things coming up in a variety of ways for you to join in. So please take a look at them. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday. And otherwise, may the Lord bless you and may you know his presence everywhere you go and see something of Jesus in everybody you meet.